wa barakatuh. May Allah accept our zikr, inshallah. For the sake of our Shaykh, may He accept our worshipping. Our worshipping is not counted for anything. We are, in these days, what Holy Prophet ﷺ has told his Sahaba Kiram, if you see them, meaning us, people in the Akhir Zaman, if you see them with their religion, you're going to say that they are kafir. If they see you, they're going to say that you are crazy. That fits our description. We cannot be proud with anything. The believer, the Muslim, cannot be proud of anything. Even that faith that he has, it is given to him. It is a ni'mat. It is a favor that Allah has given to us. And we have to hold on to it tightly. The shahadat, it is a emanat to us that we have to hold on tightly. That bayat, it is a favor that is given to us that we have to safeguard and we have to protect. Inshallah Rahman, as the sunnah of our Shaykh, let's begin by renewing our shahadat, saying Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to you. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to our Shaykh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Shukr. We're sending salams from the Osman Naqshbandi Dargah in Siddiq Center, New York, America. The West, where the sun is setting, but in the Akhir Zaman, the sun will be rising from the west. As Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, one time the sun will rise from the west. There is the sun of Islam. Not fake suns, the real sun. We're not looking at big numbers of people, we're looking at the hearts, the sincerity of the hearts. Those who are sincerely, they want to be Abdullah. They're not looking for anything else. That Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, the most favorite name, title that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me, it is Abdullah, nothing else. That is our goal. That is our aim. That is what our Shaykh has taught us. Nothing else. And He has taught us our enemies. He has taught us our egos. He has taught us what the tricks and the traps of the ego and shaitan, of the dunya and our desires are. And to keep ourselves awake, not to be in ghaflat, because they are always awake, the enemies, not the enemies of Allah, not the enemies of donkey, but the enemies of man. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Holy Quran, hold on together tightly to the rope of Allah and do not separate. It is an order. It is not a choice. It is not a choice to say, well, I like this part, but I don't like this part. This part I agree, but this part I don't agree. So I want to separate. No, the order is, hold on tightly to the rope of Allah and do not separate. What is the rope of Allah? It is nothing but the Holy Prophet ﷺ, his teachings and his lifestyle that we have to hold on tightly in this Akhir of the Akhir Zaman, in these days when Dajjal and his agents, they are everywhere. We have to hold on tightly. But Holy Prophet ﷺ passed 1,400 years ago. Quran Karim is saying, obey Allah, obey His Prophet, and obey your rightly guided leaders. Obey the leaders that has been put on you. That is also an order. It is not a choice. Those words is on top of our heads. Those words we hold on to. Those words we live by, and those words will die. And if we die by those words, it's going to give us an honor. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like the Wahhabis are saying, no, don't believe in sheikhs, don't believe in awliya Allah, only believe in Allah. Prophet came and passed, he died. Hasha astaghfirullah. Believe in Allah. Then that time they will accuse Allah of making shirk on himself. Because Allah is saying, obey Allah, obey His Prophet, and obey rightly guided leaders. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not just say obey Allah, full stop. Just obey Allah, obey His Prophet. He didn't stop there. He says, obey your rightly guided leaders. Those leaders that has been assigned to you. Those ones who are holding on tightly to the rope of Allah. Hold on to them. Alhamdulillah, that rope is Sahib al-Saif, our Shaykh. And we are holding on tightly to it. Alhamdulillah. Because so many of the enemies of Islam in reality, they are saying we are Ahli Sunnah. They are saying we follow the majority. But their thinking is more Wahhabi. Saying, I'm not going to follow anyone. I follow my own self. I have intelligence. I know how to read and write. I'm going to follow my own self. I'm going to read that book and I'm going to run with it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not send that book to you or to me. He sent it to the Prophet. And Prophet ﷺ is saying, Islam, it is going to be divided into 73 different groups. Judaism, 71 groups. Christianity, 72 groups. Islam into 73. Only one group is going to be in safety. He did not leave it hanging there. Prophet ﷺ. He made it very clear what that group is. Because they asked him. They said, which group is that, Ya Rasulullah? ﷺ. And he is saying, those who follow my sunnat. He did not stop there. And those who follow the sunnat of my sahabis. Meaning that there is a protocol. A prophet came and passed. His traditions is passed to the Sahabe Kiram. Sahabe Kiram came and passed. Traditions are passed on to the Tabi'ins. Tabi'in, until the judgment day. That is the divine protocol. You always have to hold on to the rope. There is no shortcut. You shortcut, you're going to cut yourself straight to Jahannam. Who was the first to take a shortcut? Shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, now make sajda to Adam. Now make sajda to Adam. Now make sajda. In reality, it's to the light of the Prophet ﷺ, which is in Adam alayhi. Adam alayhi, he was carrying the seeds of all of humanity. From that time until judgment day, meaning you and me and you and every one of us, we were inside of Adam alayhi salam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a command, an order, a divine order to the angels, to all of creation, to make sajda to us. Shaitan said, no, you made a mistake. Shaitan said, no, I make sajda only to you. Yeah, that's Adam alayhi salam, but I make sajda only to you. I'm not going to follow him, because that is the meaning of the sajda. Sajda is meaning the submission. Sajda is meaning I'm going to take the guidance. I'm going to take the consultation. I'm going to take the light from that one that Allah has given. That is the meaning of Khalifa. That is the meaning of Khilafat. Because man has been created to represent Allah, to be the Khalifatullah. Shaitan said, no, I don't accept. I believe in Allah, but I don't accept that order. I don't like it. Because I want to follow only you. Quran is telling us, Shaitan was then thrown out from divine presence, thrown out from the paradises. And he's suffering from that time until now, until Judgment Day. And beyond Judgment Day, it is a disaster to him. All because he says, I don't want to follow your protocol. What is this, your protocol? I follow only you. What is wrong with that? Very wrong. Because to obey Allah, you have to obey His word. To make sajda to Allah, meaning you have to make sajda to His word, to His commands, to His orders. You cannot pick and choose. That is not submission. That is ego. That is shaitan. We learn nothing from history. We learn nothing from 124,000 prophets who came. We learn nothing from Rahmatal lil Alameen who came, who brought us the honor of Islam. 1400 years ago, what happened? What happened after he passed? What happened after he passed? What was the confusion about? Yes, there was a lot of confusion. And Shaykh Effendi is teaching us this over and over again. Say, if what I'm saying now, it does not fit to what Shaykh Effendi has said, or is not his words, you have the right, you must tell me. When Prophet ﷺ passed, the Khilafat passed from one to the other, to the other, to the other, and it is clear. He has given enough signs when he was alive. He has given some open signs when he is alive. But when he passed, certain individuals did not like it. They said, we follow you, Ya Rasulullah, we'll die for you, but hidden inside also, there's a lot of munafiqs. Hidden inside also is a lot of betrayers that Holy Prophet ﷺ, he hid. He did not open it. The list of the names of the munafiqs was given to only one, Sahabe Kiram, which Holy Prophet ﷺ saying, shh, don't say anything. Do not let it out. But it is known that this Sahabi, he has a list of the munafiqs, their names. The first one to go to see him was Hazrat Umar. Hazrat Umar Farooq. Hazrat Umar, which Holy Prophet ﷺ said, if there was going to be a prophet after me, it was going to be Umar. Hazrat Umar, that our holy Shaykh is mentioning over and over again and praising, and he's on top of our heads. Saying to that Sahabi, please check if my name is on that list. Which one of us is better than Hazrat Umar? You say you lost your faith. But he was checking himself. And he was fearful. Muslims today, they don't care. They have no fear. They have no fear of Allah. They have no fear of Prophet. They have no fear of nothing. But they fear the West. They fear kafir. They fear that this dunya is going to be tight for them. They fear that their ego is not going to run wild. So we learn nothing from history. History is supposed to teach us something. Muslims should know their history. What happened after the Prophet passed? Almost all of Arabia, they betrayed him. They turned their backs. Read your history. Those who say, we took bayat from you. Once Prophet passed, they said, Hazrat Abu Bakr, who is he? We gave bayat to Prophet, we didn't give bayat to him. So we're independent. Some they say, not only are we independent, now we declare ourselves new prophets. Because you don't know, but he spoke to us secretly. He gave us secrets too. Now we're representing him, now we are prophets. In fact, there was one prophet, and there was one woman prophet, and they got married, and they have a mihir. And the mihir, instead of 5 times prayer, is 3 times prayer. MashaAllah. It happened. This is history. It's not a story. Whole of Arabia turned against a few. Sounds familiar? How many of us are here? A few. They turned against them. But Hazrat Abu Bakr, who was the softest of the heart, the one who was always crying when he was reciting Quran, the one who's so soft that even his daughter is saying, Ya Rasulullah, don't make my father to be the Imam because he's always crying. That one understood and believed what Holy Prophet ﷺ, one of his last wasiyat, is saying, send the troops. Send the troops to Rome, to Byzantine, and fight. But all the other high-level Sahabis, they got around him and they say, Ya Abu Bakr, all those tribes, all those Bedouins, all those ones who are saying they're supporting us, they're betraying us now. And in fact, they're getting ready to destroy us, to come. Don't send the troops out because Medina is not going to be protected. Mecca is not going to be protected. He said very harsh words to Hazrat Umar. I'm shy to repeat it now. Saying, what happened to you, Umar? You lost it or something? So he sent, he won that war. They stayed and they won the war. But still, from that time until now, there's still groups who separated. Yes, we're asking for unity. Yes, we're saying don't make a fitna. Yes, we're saying unite and don't make a fitna after our Shaykh have passed. But unite and don't make a fitna. Unite under his rope, unite under his umbrella, unite under his words, unite under his orders. Not with your own ego, not with your own opinion, not with your own egoistic idea. That is not unity, that is hypocrisy. Because so many of them, they were praying too during the time of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. But they separated. They separated and they called themselves, no, we don't like what is going on. We don't like how you choose. We prefer this one. We're calling ourselves Shia, Shi. They pray. They love Ahlul Bayt. They do so many good things, but they separated. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, hold on tightly to the rope of Allah and do not separate. They separated because they're listening to the wrong ones. They separated because they were listening to the enemies of Islam. Enemies of Islam did not stop. It is still continuing from that time until now. Are we awake to the enemies? No, we're sleeping because we're too busy fighting with ourselves. So, because of the over excessive love for Hazrat Ali, and they are listening to the wrong teachings and the wrong ideas of the enemies of Islam that came into them. Some of them went even extreme and say, Ali is Allah. And that groups are still continuing. Now you have another group. So many groups. You have another group that says, we don't accept anything, except especially during the time of Hazrat Ali. When he was in the conflict, in the battle with Hazrat Muawiyah, that started from the time of Hazrat Usman. Understand how the enemies, they are penetrating, but they did not manage to penetrate because Islam, the Muslims, the power is always weakening from the inside, not from the outside. Impossible outside will get in, but because of the inside, people are weak, people are in ghaflat, people following their ego, they open the door for the fitna to enter and it brings them down. What is that group called? They call the Harijis. And they say, we don't accept any Khilafat. We don't accept Ali, we don't accept Muawiyah. We accept only Quran. Hazrat Ali Karamallahu Wajhah did not invite them for a conference. He did not invite them to make a truce, to negotiate, to make a unity. He stopped the war with Hazrat Muawiyah. He pulled out his sword and he said, find those ones and finish them. Because their poison is going to be very, very, very bad. So, hold on tightly to the rope of Allah and do not separate. Because if you separate, Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying the believers, they're a flock. If you separate from that flock, it's not like you're going to succeed. You separate from the flock, what happens? The wolves will get you. No matter how strong you are, the wolves will come and get you. We're in tariqat. Our Shaykh is teaching us not to be in ghaflat. Teach us the enemies that is inside and the enemies that are outside. That way we know ourselves and we may worship Allah. Fitna entered. Fitna entered into this ummah 1400 years ago. And it's not going to stop until Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam pulls out the sword and finish them. Not through conference, not through negotiation, not giving a flower. Not through saying, let's all unite. Unity is saying, unite, yes, under the shahadat, unite under the shariatullah. If not, find another world that has no Allah. The fitna that entered, it is still continuing. The fitna that entered, check your history, this is open. The fitna that entered, that made Hazrat Ali to go to war with the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, Hazrat Aisha. And Sahabe Kiram, they turned against each other and they slaughtered each other. And Holy Prophet has already warned, saying to his wives one day, I wonder which one of you that is going to commit this big wrong. You cannot say now the war between the Sahabis was so many thousands that they are killed, that the enemies of Islam, they are sad, they are happy. You cannot say it is a win for Islam, it is a loss. But it entered through that. And the door from that time too, it entered through a woman. And from that time, after that war was finished, that Hazrat Ali is saying, this war is never going to stop, because I'm seeing both sides, they are strong. Both sides, they're going to finish each other. There's not going to be any Sahabis left. And Shaitan is going to sit and he's going to laugh. That he says, we have to finish this. Sending his sons, Hazrat Hassan, Hazrat Hussein, to go to the camel. That's why the war is called the War of the Camel, that Hazrat Aisha was riding on. And she was covered. And it says, go and cut the legs of the camel, bring her down. Otherwise, it's never going to finish. They did. Hazrat Ali was correct, because he was Khalifatullah. That war ended. Hazrat Aisha kept to herself until she passed. Hazrat Ali was a Khalifa. And Holy Prophet ﷺ has said in so many hadiths, 3 days if there's no Khalifa, there is no Islam. Obey your Khalifa. Obey your Khalifa even if his head is squashed like a raisin and is dark like a person from Africa. Obey your Khalifa even if he takes the skin off your back. Obey him. It's not a choice. It is an order. Who did not like that Khalifa? Those ones who betrayed Islam. Who did not like the Khalifa that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put? Shaitan, who says, I'm not accepting this Adam to be a Khalifa. I'm accepting you. But Allah is saying, you accept me, you must accept my words. You must obey my words. And this whole world is in a big trouble right now, because the whole Muslim world is denying and is betraying the Ottomans, the Khalifas of Islam that was carrying the flag of Islam. Yes, we are saying the Turks. Starting from the Seljuks, the Mamluks to the Ottomans, that over 1,000 years they were carrying it. Islam is 1400 years. 1,000 years they were carrying it. The Seljuks, they were supporting, but they were not putting themselves in front. The order was given then for the Ottomans to come forward and to carry the banner of Islam and to bring the whole world, yes, that time under unity. Unity under the Shahadat. Unity under the Shariat. Yes, and there was peace. There was peace in the Middle East. There was peace in the Balkans. There was peace in Africa. There was peace in Asia. There was peace everywhere because they were just. Because the Ummah believed in the Khalifa. Because the Ummah is saying, Ya Rabbi, you put this on us and we accept. But now, no one wants to follow Khilafat anymore. They're saying, we don't accept. You don't accept? Why you don't accept? Are you looking for the chair? Don't look for the chair. Look for the work of the chair. Look for the work. That time you're going to be blessed. That time it doesn't matter if you have the chair or not. It is not the chair. It is who sits on the chair. It is not who sits on the chair, but who puts that one on the chair. And what work that one is doing. That is what is important. We are remembering the 70 days that our Shaykh has passed. For 70 days we've kept our quiet and our silence. While fitna was circling around in his associations everywhere. Listen good. Listen everywhere in the world. Listen Turkey. Listen China. Listen India. Listen Indonesia. Listen to the Middle East. The whole world must listen. Every area must listen. Izmir must listen. Peru must listen. Malaysia must listen. Carefully. For 70 days, we are praying for people to wake up, for people to understand, for fitna to stop, for clarity to come. But there was no real sincere search for clarity, because people are satisfied with backbiting non-stop, making stories, keep on producing stories, but never checking that story to see whether it's true or not. And it becomes a lie. It becomes a slander. Yes, and I'm going to put what Holy Prophet is saying. Those who slander. It is as if there is a man, he made adultery with his mother in front of the Kaaba. If it's a woman, she's making it with her father in front of the Kaaba. How do you like that? Our Shaykh passed. It was a big tragedy for the world. Because Sultan al-Awliya has said openly, I send my condolences to the entire ummah. Not to the Murids, not to Naqshbandis, not to Osmanli Naqshbandis, to the entire ummah. Because the entire ummah is losing something, meaning he was sent to the entire ummah. Our work is for the entire ummah. Our work is not just here, it is for everyone. Our work is not for ourselves, it is for everyone. So he passed. It was a big tragedy. And we were here. And our hands were tied. We cannot even go there. But we did not even have the time. Shafi'i did not give us the luxury to even mourn for him, to cry for him. Because there is a work. From day one, if you don't believe, open that recording that I've said, Shafi'i making us to say there is work. Don't forget the work. Do the work. Everything else is second. Whatever your feelings are, whatever has happened to you, whole world may say something, whole people may spit at you, doesn't matter. The work of your Shaykh has to continue. It has to be the number one thing. What was that work that time? Our Shaykh passed. Our brothers, they are there, they're in shock. And if anything goes wrong, we are going to be responsible. Because he has said, and he has said, and he has said, what it is, when if he passes here, who is going to be responsible? So many witnesses, and he kept people witness. The Sunday before he left here, he gathered everyone after Fajr prayers. We were waiting for Ishraq here, in this masjid, and he was sitting here. And he's thanking each and every one of us, and he said, my work here is finished, it is done. I can close my eyes. And I'm feeling free because I've done my work. Meaning now the work is ours to continue. He's thanking each and every one. And I was feeling very shy because he's thanking everyone. I said, don't mention me. He didn't, alhamdulillah. He finished everything, then he turned his head. I'm all the way in the corner. And then he saw me. Then he said, you remember? He said, I want to thank Luqman. He did so much. He's representing me in every way. And so many, they take away his rights. But they are wrong. He said a couple of things. I don't want to say it, it's very shy. But he said a couple of things. And he said, well, even he doesn't know what those are. That word made me to cry non-stop for 3 days. Because it made me feel so ashamed. What we did. What we did. He picked us out from the streets. He cleaned us up. He's giving us a closeness to Allah and His Prophet. He did everything. What we did. Why is thanking me? When I came in 1998, 1999, not too many people are still here from that time. Because when he started to become a sheikh, they didn't like it too. They want him to be friends, to be buddies. But when he became a sheikh and he touched their ego, they ran away. Sound familiar? They don't like that part. They say, I like it when you're praising me, when you become buddies with me, but when you say something I don't like that part. You should say sorry. You should apologize to me. Because, isn't it? Hazrati Umar too, old lady corrected him and he apologized. Hey, are you an old lady? Maybe you're an old lady. No. Wake up. Be responsible. So, meaning at that time, if you see Hazrati Umar doing something wrong too, you're going to say, you did something wrong? Are we understanding this? He was going away for the first time since I took bayat. And I was, Mahmoud was there, Bilal, they were there. And he said, okay, you're calling me. It's like I'm going to go lead the zikr. There was no big ceremony, there was no praise, there was no saying, now you are this, you're nothing. You just say, lead zikr. And talk a little bit. I knew where he was. I was shaking. I came to clean myself. And I know I'm not clean yet. Why I have to sit there when I'm not clean and try to give something to people? Definitely I'm going to dirty it to them too. Wallahi. I said to him, I refuse. He got upset. He said, it is an order. I put my head down. I said, as you like. So now I'm not responsible. Because I didn't want it. Allah is my witness. So many years passed since then. He made us to go through so many things. And the last thing that He made us to go through is Him passing away physically from this world. And now, suddenly, He's putting us and saying, now continue the work. I have other things to do. I've trained you enough. You think we're not humans, our heart is not broken. But we're also scared because there is a responsibility. And when that funeral was happening for 1.5 days, we did not sleep. Non-stop we were on the phone. Non-stop we were saying, now we have to do this. Who is doing this? Who is doing this? We have to do this. Make plans. It's not every day. We've never buried a sheikh before. We were shivering. Because one small mistake we do, we will fail. We were shivering. how to do everything correctly. We were shivering because that time when condolences were sent by Sultan al-Awliya to the whole Ummah, meaning all the shaitans and all the dajjals in the world, they were jumping up and down and they were happy. And they were thinking, now we're going to destroy Sahibul Saif. Now we're going to destroy his association. Check those who are continuing that work of destroying by making fitna and separation. Check yourself. We were scared because we know they were all coming from all the sides and they're trying to interrupt into the things, into the funeral. Can you imagine what would have happened if they're carrying the janazah box and it fell? What sign it is? But people are upset because they are rushing to go in front, and because it's chaotic, and some people just say, excuse me, let me just do this, and somebody say, go behind me to carry it. They got upset. Allah, Allah, what is this? This is a funeral. This is your Shaykh funeral. It is more important, isn't it, his funeral and doing everything correctly than your own feelings. I don't understand this. And now, since that time until now, certain people, they're not liking how the funeral was conducted. So many of you were there, correct? You were there. Suleiman, you were there. So many people coming from where? England? Turkey? America. We're not rich. We are fakir. So many of us, we're poor. They dropped everything. MashaAllah to you. I couldn't. My hands are tied. They dropped everything. They spent so much money. They went there to bury and to be there, to help, to be of service to the Sheikh. Some they came first day. Then when the real work starts, they disappeared. When we needed them, they disappeared. No word, no explanation, no sound. Our brothers, that those ones that yes, before, hear it from you good, I would willingly bend down to kiss your hands and your feet. But they disappeared. And I'm here and I'm saying, where is this one? Why he? Never mind, we have to carry on. Because more confusion is going to happen, we must carry on. Work continued. And in that kind of work, I know Sheikh in that kind of work, because hear it from me good too. He did dress rehearsal with us. We buried 2 of our brothers here. He was not nice and easy. Please, everyone. He was tough. He was Jalal. He trained us to be that way. We buried 2 of our own brothers, our own age, younger than us, up there, doing everything, yes. So we understand how he wants things to be done. That time there is a mission. When there is a mission going on, you are not going to say, please, Your Majesty. You're not going to say, please. You're going to do the thing. Because that is more important now. The work now, it is more important than the protocol. Yes. But those ones, they were not there for the work too. Did we say anything? That time? Say if we said anything. Where were you? Nothing. 40 days pass. Did we say anything? Nothing. We have the right to. 70 days pass. Now, if it wasn't for him knocking me to say something, I wouldn't, because it's not my business. I'm not looking for this. This is not bringing us honor. But the fitna, it is continuing. From that time. So, okay, you weren't there. You came last minute. Work has to be done. We didn't say anything. And now certain people, they're getting upset. Why? Because they wanted to carry the box. And because it was busy, it was chaotic, somebody just push aside a little bit. You get upset. What else is there? We have the right to be upset because you bailed out on us. But we didn't say anything. We have the right to be very upset because that is not the time for choosing people. But we know people were going, visiting Shaykh Effendi's holy body like he was in a museum, at the morgue, and they're taking pictures. And they're giving cards to say, now this one, Shaykh Effendi is saying this one, follow him. Still, we didn't say anything. And now they start to touch our Ikhwan, saying they're using the funeral to promote themselves. MashaAllah. Promote what? Who was that promoting? If anything, they were promoting unity. If anything, they say don't make a fitna. If anything, they say come. But when the time is done, when it's time for execution, and you should know that because you've gone through the army, maybe. I went through the army, Shaykh, and he made us to go for 2.5 years. When it's time to go on the mission now, you're not even going to say, please, Your Majesty, you're invited. Those who weren't there for the training, you're not trained, we're going to go. We don't care who you are. If it's me, don't care for me because I wasn't there. You have a work to do, I will pull back, say, do the work. I'm not going to come now to interfere into the work. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. What kind of unity are we looking for? What kind of unity are we looking for? When you make your Shaykh upset like that. When you're not following your Shaykh's words. When you're being disobedient to his orders. Word came around too, saying our brothers, they have their own agenda and they went to Shaykh Mawlana and they fool him, saying that we want that. The video is open. Anyone who has intelligence, they're going to see. You don't have to be a saint or a scholar to know that. See it. And judge for yourself. That's why in Islam, 3 times we have to say. Our brother said, are you accepting it? Are you accepting it? Are you accepting it? And Shaykh Maulana got upset at the last. It's like, what? I'm going to be the Khalifa? Didn't he say that? Huh. We have other things too that we can show you if you're still not convinced. But our job is not to convince people. The truth is open. Falsehood is also open. You make your choice, but you're going to be separating if you don't be with the truth. The way it is open. It doesn't have to be me. If Shaykh Effendi puts a dog here, it is we're under the obligation to follow that dog. Shaitan look at Adam alayhi salam worse than a dog. Never forget that. He's saying his dirty clay I made from the fire. So we're saying now, what kind of unity are you talking about? If you are not accepting something that your Shaykh has made into an order. Now your Shaykh, yes, your Shaykh, we have that too. But your Grand Shaykh, Sultan al-Awliya, is saying, not once, so many times. So many times. We have it too. Why are you looking for this chair? You want this chair? Take it. This chair came from the garbage. We take things from the garbage, we clean it up, we use it. Yes. Shaykh Effendi said that one time when other sheikhs, they were visiting 39th Street, and he had a chair, and he sat down, and Shaykh Maulana came, Shaykh Maulana sat in the chair, and Shaykh Effendi is saying to Shaykh Maulana, this chair we took from the garbage, but we're ready to die for you. Shaykh Maulana was very happy. But others, they make fitna, of course. They're saying, you see how bad manners he is? He's putting a chair from the garbage for his shaykh. If fitna wants to enter, any door he may enter. He can find anything. Of course. Shaitanic reasoning. That's what it is going to be. Don't look for this chair. Look for the work. Because it is the hizmat that is going to give us the honor. This chair is not giving us this honor. Over 10 years, 12 years, 13 years since I've been, from 1998, I've been with Shaykh Effendi. Not long. I'm not claiming I'm long. Doesn't matter. I've always sat on the floor. The floor, if you sit on the floor, the whole earth is your chair. So much support you have. How you can fall off from that chair is better. I liked it. I still want to sit on the floor, but people are forcing me to sit on the chair. So I'm speaking from that chair. And I'm speaking from you from that maqam. Accept it or not, it's up to you. My duty is to say. The words of our Sultan al-Awliya, it is clear. Successorship, it is clear. The work, it is clear. The responsibility, it is clear. So many after Shaykh Effendi passed, they took bayat too. People we didn't know. People who never met Shaykh Effendi, but they heard his sohbat. We gave bayat to them. Not me. We're connecting them to Shaykh Effendi. There's so many, they are saying, we're not going to give bayat to me. Don't give bayat to me. It's okay. I'm not looking for that too. But to know you're disobeying your Shaykh. To know that you're betraying his order. To know now, when your Shaykh passed, he puts someone there. And if he puts a dog there, you have to give bayat to that dog. And there are certain people too, when we enter, they're not standing up. Don't stand up. We're not looking for that. But we are carrying Shaykh Effendi's maqam. Certain things we have to carry. We don't fit into that. Of course we don't. Never we're going to fit. We know where we came from. But that maqam, that is an amanat that we have to protect. They don't get up. Okay? Say it's okay. Don't get up. Just as when Shaykh Maulana one time, yes, again in the Unity Conference, and when he went to speak, he walked and our people started standing up, except for the Wahhabis. They didn't stand up. So don't be Shia and don't be Wahhabi. They started to say why we people are standing up. We don't want to stand up, we want to sit down. And Shaykh Maulana took the microphone and said, one time, a dead Jew was passing by in a box. And Holy Prophet ﷺ stood up for the dead Jew. Inshallah Rahman, I think I'm a little better than that dead Jew. But they're standing up for their love for me. That is all. So, it doesn't matter what you call me to. If you don't show anything, don't show respect. It is not to me you're showing respect to. It is Shaykh and his maqam that you're showing. It is not my hand. I don't want anyone to touch my hand because we cannot carry the burden. But it is Shaykh and his hand that you are kissing. The bayat that you're going to continue because now it is broken. It is broken. Why is it broken? You don't like his order. You don't like his order. Shaitan did not like Allah's order. His bayat was broken. Those ones who separated from the Khalifas, they did not like the order. They broke away. Be careful. Be careful, because Holy Prophet ﷺ said it openly in his last sohbat. That time he made the Hajj and he made the farewell pilgrimage, the farewell speech to them, Hujjatul Wada. The last part, which the Turks they are keeping. You should know this. The Turks they are keeping, but so many other ones that I've seen they cut. The last part, where Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, do not betray your Effendi. How you betray your Effendi? You betray his work, you betray his words, you betray his orders. You disrespect and you disobey, you betray. If you do that, no shafaat for you. We're asking Allah to grant us the intercession of our Prophet and our Shaykh, and for everyone to wake up and to understand, why are we doing this? What are we gaining? Shaykh Effendi has so many enemies. His biggest enemy is Dajjal. There are so many Dajjals now. You want to claim something? Fight those Dajjals. Bring them down. We follow you. Maybe. But no. Don't just sit down and drink tea. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Do work. Bring light to people. Bring sincerity to people. Teach them truth. And Shaykh Effendi is teaching us, my murids, it is forbidden for you to say, this one take my rights and that one take my rights. His words. You want to do something else? I'm putting this on you too. Whole dargah is a witness. I am carrying it, he's saying. Everyone's rights is in my hand. You have no right to say, this one broke my heart, this one took my rights. Forbidden for my murids. If you're not his murids, you may say, that time you break your bayat too. How you like that? And you know what? Even if someone did something, isn't it human, isn't it Muslim, isn't it a duty of a believer, of a murid, to forgive? He forgot that part. To forget. Isn't it sunnah to make 70 excuses? 70 excuses to say, this person did it because of this, so I'm going to forgive him. To make up. But people make up excuses to dislike, to hate, to be angry, to be upset. There's nothing there, but they're making that up. Allah, Allah, what are we? Are we children? We have work to do. We have kufr to bring down. Enough of this. Those who are listening, those who have intelligence, those who have iman and faith, and those who have bayat with our Shaykh, must agree to this. There's nothing in here that our Shaykh is saying otherwise. Otherwise, you let me know. Anyone here? Say. You're free to say. Come to this dargah. Come to this dargah to see how Shaykh Effendi runs. No one has a right even to raise their voice here. They'll be thrown out. Yes, they'll be thrown out. One of his last orders to me, if anyone makes trouble, throw them out. So, don't get thrown out. We should all be together. Under our Shaykh, under his teachings. Everyone has a job. This does not mean my job is bigger, your job is smaller, no. They're just different jobs. Someone has to be imam, someone has to be the jamaat. But be jami, it is an order. Be a community, be with salihin. Do not separate. That is in order. There is a holy divine order, never is going to change. If we are together then, inshallah Rahman, yes, definitely we can bring kufr down. We're going to bring kufr down whether we're together or not anyway. It is not us, it is our Shaykh that is going to. But if we are going to put a barricade in front of his himmat, in front of his madad, which is what? Our ego, then that himmat is not going to reach us. And before we know it, we're going to be the tool of Shaitan and Dajjal. And Shaitan and Dajjal brings nothing but separation. As you like, now you are responsible. I'm not anymore. I can sleep easy. I've always slept easy anyway. Because you know what? If we did something wrong, one thing wrong, in the janazah of Sahib al-Saif, you think he doesn't have enough power to smack us, to get up and to smack us. If you don't believe that, you don't believe in the Shaykh. We were shivering not to do anything wrong. Still, we waited. 40 days passed, 70 days passed. And then we got big signs, big dreams saying, he's happy with us, continue in the way, we are under the protection. As long as we are following him and keeping his way tightly. As long as we don't deviate, as long as we don't separate, we're not going to make a big mistake. We're going to be in protection. Yes? Inshallah. We're asking Allah, please keep us in Siratul Mustaqim. We're not taking that to say, haha, now definitely we're never going to be wrong. No. Astaghfirullah. Keep us in the Siratul Mustaqim. But yes, if anything wrong happened, especially anything bad, anything that is not his wish that happened at the janazah, we would have been in hell right now. But we were easy. He made it easy. We're not the ones who's having problems. And then going to the doctor, but the doctor to say there's nothing wrong with you. Because our concentration is his work, building this, expanding this, keeping the fitna away here and there. That is our work. It is important for us. That is the only thing that brings us honor, if it is acceptable. We're asking Allah to make our service acceptable to our Shaykh. His smile and his approval and him saying Akhirin is all that we live for and all that we die for. Nothing else. We don't care that time who you are. You can be his wakil, you can be his wife, you can be his children, his family, whoever it is. Don't stand in front of us. We'll crush you. Because we want his smile. And alhamdulillah, since 70 days, our work here did not get smaller, did not get tighter, it got bigger. More people are coming. We are motivated. Things are moving. And we are thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for keeping us in the straight path. It's not us again. As you like again. I've said what I've said. Now, it's up to you. The ball is in your court, like what they say. As you like. But we are here. Shaykh and his center is here. Markaz is here. But you know what? For 70 days, we can count in our fingers how many people called us to even offer a ta'ziyah, a condolence. Those who are saying they're representing Shaykh and nothing. Not even his salams. It's okay. We're not looking for it. But it's no good for you. Because his markaz is here. His maqam is going to be here. His ruhaniyat is here. And anyone is free to come. It is open for everyone to come. It is open for the whole world to come. And he has said, yes, people will come here to find safety. There's not going to be a spot here in the mountains where you're not going to see people living, finding safety in those days when there's going to be disaster everywhere. We did the janazah. We're thanking our Shaykh for allowing everything to go smoothly. Yes. We know what his wishes are. And we are more concerned about that, not anyone else's wishes. All we had to do is, would Shaykh Effendi do this? Would Shaykh Effendi do this? Would Shaykh Effendi allow this to happen? Would Shaykh Effendi allow this to happen? Yes, that's all. It is not the time, that was not the time for protocol or manners or niceties or decorum, no. There was a work to do. Something coming in, no matter who you are, you're going to make fit, no, out, out, out. But they get upset. Yes, now I'm going to say, this is not a fitna, this happened. Okay, this happened. People came up. Shaykh Effendi's janazah is there. The men went into the masjid to pray. As you know, the janazah, the coffin was open. There was no covering. And there were people coming in to rub Shaykh Effendi's stomach. That's weird. I find that so weird. And what did our people do? Shot the people? Yelled and cursed at them? No, just say stop that. Don't. Stop that. Go. Who can say that this is normal behavior? It is not. Stop. What are you doing? You're trying to get barakat? Stop. That's all we did. That also became a big complaint, a big fitna. Allah Allah. Okay, you may not like it, you don't agree with it, you're upset. It's okay. Get upset. But after a while, get over it. Be okay, forgive, you know, and move on. You have a life, move on. You have a mission, move on. Didn't he say, yes, now it's testing our tariqat, isn't it? Now it's testing the sohbat. Didn't Shaykh Effendi say, any disagreement between believers, let alone murids, any disagreement, any fights that you have a right to be upset as much as long as it takes for a wet turban to dry. You wash your turban, you hang it out to dry, it's very thin, wind's blowing, very short while it gets dry. That much time you have a right to be upset. You think you are exempt from that? You think you're an exception? There's another sickness too. People think they're exceptions. They're exceptional. Shaykh Effendi is never teaching us to be exceptional. He's telling us to be the last. So, we have work to do everywhere. We have to work to bring the kufr down. It is a big work. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's even in Turkey, I believe, right? They're calling places, I'm hearing, they're even proud to call places like Gaur. How they can call a town Gaur? That means that there is a big fitna there, big dajjals work there. So work, bring the Islam. Don't let it to call a Gaur, I don't know which town it is. So, if we're concentrating on Shaykh Effendi's work, we won't have time to concentrate on our own personal small feelings. Who said what, who said where, I'm upset because somebody did this to me. We're going to say, this is not important. Even if it's right, even if my rights have been taken away, I must apologize because that is a sunnat of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Those who are not apologizing, even if they don't apologize, you're going to forgive them. Nothing happened in this situation, but you're going to forgive them because we are following Hazrati Ali karamallahu wajh. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, which one of you, if somebody did something wrong to you, and you forgive them, and you help them, and they turn around and do something wrong to you again, how many of you are going to forgive? Everyone says, we will forgive. It says, what if you help them again? And they did something wrong to you again. Will you forgive? Will you help them? Now, half is quiet. Half said, yes, we will forgive them and we'll help them. What if it happens again? The person who you helped did something wrong to you. Are you going to forgive them? Third time, Hazrat Ali is saying, I will forgive them. What if it happens again? Hazrat Ali says, yes, Ya Rasulullah, I will forgive them. What happens if they take away your rights again? Yes, Ya Rasulullah, I will forgive them. And Hazrat Ali looked at the Prophet ﷺ and said, Ya Rasulullah, you know, if this happens until Judgment Day, I will continue to forgive them. That is our role model. Not an old woman. Inshallah Rahman. We take these sohbats that our Shaykh has made, not mine, I don't give sohbats, and we put it into our lives and we apply it. Inshallah, that time we're going to live and we're going to feel the support of our Shaykh. We're asking Allah to forgive us. We're asking Holy Prophet ﷺ to forgive us. We're asking forgiveness from our Shaykh. We're asking forgiveness from anyone that maybe we've said something that they're upset with, but you're obligated now that I've said it to forgive us. We forgive you, not a problem. We've always forgiven you. But we're asking for us, yes, to be united under Haqq, under our Shaykh, under his orders. That time we will be in safety for the sake of his 70th Mawlid, for the sake of Sahib al-Sayf, for the sake of Sultan al-Awliya, for the sake of all the awliyas and all the prophets, for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Yeah. Oh, continue the fight with Zampara. That's important. I don't know. I don't speak Turkish. I don't know who is this. What? Astaghfirullah. لا إله إلا الله العظيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الذين يرى الله رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبسيدنا مولانا محمد وبالقرآن كتابا رضينا بالله مرشد غلام كل وكيل الله 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 حق الله 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 حق الله 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 حق إلى شرف النبي مصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم شهيدا خاصة الرحمة خاصة الحركة والجشان سلطان أولياء قبلة الإسلام سعيد الشيخ سلطان مولانا محمد عزيز الكبير العبد خالق الجوان صاحب السيف الشيخ عبد القدوس يا رب فاتحة آمين. السلام عليكم. ما شاء الله. We are all renewing our bayat to our Shaykh. We all just did. You just happened to do it through me. Yes. You too? Come. Say, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين بينك Allahu 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 Hak. Allahu 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 Hak. Allahu 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 Hak. إلى شرف النبي المصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كما شاء الله الجملة العالية حاضرا للخيمة وترجع أصل حالك وجه الشعب شمال محمد رسول الله عليه سلطان ولا شيء سلطان الشيخ سلطان الله الناس المتخرج من الصعيب السيف الشاب كان كبر يا رباني ساري صارت تبصيرين هذا فاتحة. آمين. سلام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. صلى الله تعالى وسلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين يفرقون بين الله غير الله فقد عصي. رضينا بالله ربنا بالإسلام دينا وبالسلام نبي في القرآن كتاب. رضينا سلام الله محمد الناس بالحق وشكرا لله كل وكيل. الله 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 حق. الله 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 حق. الله 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 حق. إلى شرف النبي المصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. قاصدا نورهم وتركه سبحانك وجشنا الحاري سلطان أبي الفقراء سيد الشيخ سلطان ولا مع الناس صاحب السيف شاب الكبير يا رباني صاحب تكسير الناس. فاتحة. آمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. صلى الله تعالى وسلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين يبايعونك ببيعة الله غير الله فقد عصي. رضينا بالله ربنا بالإسلام دينا بالقرآن كتابا. رضينا إنما الله محمد رسول الله. الله الله حق. الله 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 حق. الله 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 حق. إلى شرف النبي المصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. فاتحة. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Who else? You? Okay, this could take all night.
We all want to do that.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين بينك وبين الله يرون فرقا عظيما رضينا بالله ربنا والإسلام دينا والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم والقرآن كتابا سيدنا مولانا محمد عزيز الله 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 حق الله 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 حق الله 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 حق بلا شرف النبي مصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حاضر لروح امام ترك خاص الحالك وجه شانك شمال محمد رسول الله عليه سلطان عليه سلطان عليه كبلة الإسلام صاحب الزمان الشيخ سلطان عليه محمد رسول الله صاحب السيف شباب القدس فاتحة آمين Sit straight. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تعالى وسلم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بين الذين بينهم وبين الله إلى الله فرقا عظيما رضينا بالله ربنا بالإسلام دينا والقرآن كتابا رضينا سيدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله 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 حق الله 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 حق الله 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 حق إلى شرف النبي مصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حاضر لروح امام ترك خاص الحالك وجه شانك شمال محمد رسول الله شيخ سلطان مولانا محمد نازم الكاني لاود حالك وجه صاحب السيف شابين كويس يا سيدي ساري صلاة الصديقين فاتحة آمين السلام عليكم Okay, how many of you want? Tomorrow, inshallah, if Allah. Everyone here has bayat already. You're free. Who doesn't want to have bayat? Take bayat through me. You can go. You can put up your hand. It's okay. I'm not going to get upset. Women's too. So, if you are here, then we all have that. If you want to renew personally, I'm saying it's not really necessary because I know most of you are sincere here, but we'll do it inshallah tomorrow, Fajr time. Inshallah, if Allah gives us a long life. All right? Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. Stop that. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. Anything anyone wants to say? Anything? Astaghfirullah. Eyvallah. Anything anyone wants to say? Yes? I cannot hear you.
Could I say my dream with your permission?
It's not the proper time, but I think it is necessary. Share His protection on us, inshallah. Yeah. Okay. Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I had a dream that it was me, you, and Sheikh Effendi. Like we were dressed up and we were in this place. And Sheikh Effendi entered into the room.
Okay, hold on. Let's say that again.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I had a dream that it was me and it was you, Hoja, and Sheikh Effendi, and we were in this room and we were dressed up for an event or something, that line. And Sheikh Effendi was upset with some people. And he came in, he was Jalal, and he wanted to talk to these people. He said that I want to meet you guys and speak with you guys in another room. So those people, they got up and they left with Sheikh Effendi to that area. Then you, Hojam, you called me to your presence and you said go there too, because I don't trust those people who are with Sheikh Effendi. So I went, and then there was a room, it was a white room, and Sheikh Effendi was wearing all black, but Sheikh Effendi was sitting on like almost like higher above them, and on like a chair, kind of like what you're sitting on right now, but like designed for that room. And it was a white chair, white room, and he was wearing all black. And he was very jalal with them, and when I entered, it was like he was happy to see me. But then when I entered, like, I cannot explain how it was, but I felt his heart stop, and he made a sound like out of pain, and I felt his heart stop. So when I saw that, I ran to Sheikh Effendi, and like I held his hand, like how when we're taking bayat. And when I held his hand, I felt his heartbeat come back, but it was very faint. He was very weak. And then Sheikh Effendi tried to get up, but then he fell back down. So when I saw that, I started to panic. I tried to pick him up, and I was trying to pick him up from behind. And while I was trying to pick him up from behind, one person came from the right, one person came from the left. One of them was wearing white, one of them was wearing black. And they weren't helping at all. And I remember I started to yell at them, I started to curse, and I was saying, what is wrong with you? Sheikh Effendi fell, and no one is trying to help to pick him up. What is the matter with you guys? Until finally Sheikh Effendi got back up, and I was holding him. But his heartbeat was very like faint, very weak. I could feel it. And he was very weak. So I started to assist him from his left side, and I was walking with him. But with each step he was taking, he was gaining back strength, and I could feel like his heartbeat was getting more and more healthy, or like more and more stronger. But then with each step he was taking, he was getting younger and younger, until finally, while he was taking those steps, his whole image, it changed into your image, Hoja, until he became fully strong, and he was walking like you with like full hebat and power. And then when that happened, when he became fully into your presence, fully into your image, he didn't need me to assist him anymore. So he pushed me away, and then it was like his image became fully in yours, like full hebat, full majesty. I can't really explain it, but it was really like beautiful.
Inshallah. When did you have this dream?
So roughly a week and a half before Sheikh Effendi left to Cyprus.
You had this dream a week and a half before Sheikh Effendi left for Cyprus?
Yes.
Could you tell this dream to Sheikh Effendi?
Yes, I told Sheikh Effendi.
You did?
Yes.
May his feet be on our necks and our heads forever, here and hereafter. Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Anything else anyone has to say? Anything else we should?
I also had a dream with Sheikh Hamdi.
Tomorrow. Inshallah.
So I say my conversation with him like this.
What did you say?
Heather Ali suggested that we should invite Khoja Lukman and Sheikh Afandi was in Cyprus to come visit us in Jackson Dargah. And so I said we have to call and ask for permission, for his permission. So I called Sheikh Afandi and I talked to him and I said that we want to invite Khoja Lukman while you are gone soon. So he started laughing at me and he said that, you know, you cannot do that right now because soon Khoja will be very, very busy and he will not be able to come.
I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. Yeah, Sheikh. We miss you. Where are you? Alhamdulillah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Any one of you, if you're following Sheikh Effendi properly, you're on top of my head. Know that. But if you're going to step on Sheikh Effendi's work and his words, then you're an enemy in front of me. Either step aside or wait to get crushed. That's all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's late. It's 12 o'clock. I think we have something tomorrow, right?